Right, everybody, welcome back. We gotta go to Camp Dry Bone. Nobody likes dry bones. See what kind of magical fetch quests we'll have to do for this one. Yes, I am Professor Lambertinet. I didn't mean to make that noise, sorry. Beg pardon, you wish to hear about my research on corrupt crystals? Truly? Well, nothing would give me greater pleasure than to discuss my work with a fellow man of science. So rare it is to find fellow intellectuals in this region. 'Tis even rarer to find one capable of comprehending the nature of corrupted crystals. Come to think of it, there was another, a hermit to whom the church had given sanctuary, a curious fellow, unsociable, rather daft at first impressions, yet possessed of an amazing affinity towards the scientific pursuits. But to the matter at hand, did you say you wish to conduct field observations, but to harvest a corrupted crystal? Egads, man, at least take the necessary precautions so that you do not suffer from exposure to its harmful energies. I'm beginning to wonder if you've sufficient qualifications to handle such hazardous materials. Still, your ignorance is somehow endearing. Luckily for you, I have precisely the means by which these inherent dangers may be averted. Simply store the crystal you seek within this warded pot to protect yourself from its deleterious effects, though I suppose you will be bombarded with its energies until you placed it within the vessel. Well, perhaps it shall motivate you to work quickly. In any case, take the pot to Ha Ha Sako, a student of mine monitoring the flow of aether at Highbridge. Explain to him your quest, and he shall instruct you in the finer points of crystal harvesting. Great. Great. Shirk. What the heck is shirk? Am I ever going to use that ever? Do 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 do. I'm sorry, just checking out my YouTube real quick. I was uploading a video. I don't know if it finished or not. Okay, it did. Cool. Okay. Today has been a weird day. How many times must I be made to explain myself? I am not contemplating suicide, you imbecile. I've chosen this precise position to perform scientific measurements. Yeah, I know, dog. What have we here? A containment vessel. Why, this is the handiwork of Professor Lambert in it. You thieving knave, I shall care for the... Oh, you say the man himself lent it to you? Then you must have sought me out per his instructions. which means he believes me experienced enough to expound upon his explanations. At last, the recognition I so rightfully deserve. You are correct, good sir. Oh yeah, sexy. Oh, frabjous day, Hello, Calais, that I should be chosen to guide this man. Yes, I, Haha Sako, greatest Professor Lamberton's pupil, shall see that you successfully quarry your quarry. Your timing is impeccable, in fact, for I was just preparing to procure corrupted crystals from the burning wall for my personal research. There, the devastating destruction caused by the calamity has blessed us with the bounty of sublime specimens. But sometimes tell me that not but a perfect peace will satisfy your high standards, in which case you must needs descend to the deepest depths. Amidst the flowing waters and the murderous Mirrorites lies the most fantastic formation I have found thus far. Take this highly advanced researcher's tool and use it to separate a small fragment from the large cluster. Place it within the warded pot and bear it back to me for inspection. The path which leads from Burgundy Falls to the base of Burning Wall is treacherous and terrifying, but advance with appropriate caution and you shall surely survive. I mean, it's pretty, but I need to go down. see you've come galumphing back. Have you the crystal then? What a prodigiously large and lovely crystal. Professor Lamberton will doubtless chortle with joy when you present it to him in person. Oh, and upon your return, do remember to recount how I helped you with your harvesting. Back to the dry bone. Ugh. My keen scholar sense tells me that you've obtained a corrupted crystal, am I right? You are correct, sir. You would grant me a moment to examine the crystal? Ah, it's as you desired. A corrupted crystal overflowing with wind-aspected aether. Remind me, for what purpose did you intend to use this crystal again? What? To breach a barrier comprised of wind-aspected aether? Oh dear. That may prove problematic, as this crystal would only serve to strengthen the barrier. I suppose I'm at fault for not inquiring as to your objectives for the start. Had I known your intent, I would have never sent you to Hahasaka. But what is science if not trial and error? And you can truly say that this failure has taught you nothing. Think, man, you now understand the methods necessary to safely collect a corrupted crystal. You will doubtless have no difficulty doing so once more. What's more, the crystal you collected can serve as an invaluable resource for the ethereal studies conducted by the students of Baldesian. You've heard of them? Well, I don't mean to boast, but I'm a professional relationship with the organization. Not as equals, of course, but I would never be so bold as to claim that level of expertise. Are you alright? Your eyes seem to have glazed over for a moment anyway. I shan't keep you from your task. You've still a corrupted crystal to find. Corrupted crystals of sufficient size and strength are not all that common, I fear. Fortunately, one of my other students, Sienna, claims to have discovered another promising site in eastern Lanosia. Wait, that's not correct. Eastern Lanosia was where she was nearly killed when wandering too close to an imperial castrum. Haha, now that made for an amusing anecdote. It was Western Lanosia, Pharaoh Cirrus on the Isle of Umbra to be precise. I can't recall her exact reasoning, something to do with one of Dalamud's talents or some such nonsense. What I can say for certain is that she is still in Aleport attempting to gain access to the Isles. Why not travel there and see if Sienna's inquiries bear fruit? If you can look past the crass and violent ways of the local pirates, you might find your time there to be quite pleasurable. Oh, and do not forget to take your makeshift water pot, lest she think you unprepared for the task. It can never be that easy. Corrupted crystals? Sir, I've no interest in being the butt of your jokes, so if you're no other reason for addressing me, kindly leave me be. Well, I'll be damned, Professor Lambert, and it did send you. Beg your pardon, it seems we got off on the wrong foot. I'm Sienna, greatest of the professor's pupils, which is doubtless why he bid you seek me out. Indeed, I'm an accomplished scholar with an extensive background in... Oh gods, just listen to me prattle on. I must have given this introduction a dozen times by now. As I told the professor in my many missives, I believe that the area surrounding Pharaoh Sirius is replete with corrupted crystals of exceptional strength. Unfortunately, I've yet to test my hypothesis, as all access to Isles of Umbra is prohibited at present for reasons unknown to me. You see, my attempts to acquire this information are often met with annoyance and disdain. It's rather puzzling, since I always take the time to explain my motivations in great deal to the subject of my questioning. Mayhap you will have better luck wresting information from these yellow jackets. I've all but given up at this point. Oh, you startled me. Don't you know better than to sneak up on a person at a time like this? What with all this fatuous gossip of spirits and specters haunting the Isles of Umbra? Just because I know it's nonsense doesn't make it any less frightening. You keen on traveling to the Isles of Umbra? Bloody elves, lad, are you drunk or just crazy? Ain't nothing there but death, death, and more death. The Isles of Umbra, what interest have you in that god's forsaken place? Ever since we were forced to abandon fair Sirius Isles, have become not more than a graveyard for ships unable to navigate the shores, and a purgatory for the souls dragged down to the depths with them. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, you returned. Tell me of your findings. Really? Infested with the undead, you say that? That is a very, very interesting development. Excuse me for a moment while I gather my thoughts. Well, worry not, my friend. I've given your findings once some thought, and I've concluded that this talk of spirits is not more than local folklore. Why all travel to the Isles of Underborough is restricted, well, mayhaps it's considered too dangerous owing to the abandonment of Pharaoh Sirius. Yes, well, anyway, while you were questioning these yellow jackets, I paid a visit to the local pub, since even an esteemed scholar like myself enjoys dulling our wits on occasion. I was there that I heard the tale of a man named Skyfriend who was recently detained after returning from wait for the Isles of Umbra. This is the first I've heard of someone actually traveling to and from there, so I'm curious as to how he obtained permission. Mind having a chat with him in my stead? He was arrested after all, so I'm somewhat reticent to approach him myself. I have to go back. She calls to me. She sings to me. Tell me, Medea, I'm sorry. I give him this. He was right. Or you could release me. Yes, yes, release me. I will go and tell her. Let me go tell her to her. What did Skyfriends have to say? That's not terribly helpful. I couldn't care less about how much he misses his favorite bar wench, but what was that about a man named Mimi Doa? Wait, I know the name. That's the bastard who grabbed my arse the other day at the pub. Well, if you want to give him the feather, be my guest. I'm not going anywhere near him and his wandering hands. Another initiate, are you? No, then what are you? Speak up, son. I can't hear you. Bugger me. Is this what I think it is? Nah, couldn't be. You found this? You say? Where'd you say you found it? Skyfriend, you say? Was hoping to have a word with a lad, but it sounds like there's not left twixt his ears. He was supposed to help patch up Pharaoh. Serious he was. Company sent me to supervise a lot of them. Weren't getting work done on their own. See, half of them walked off, half of them ran off, and half of them up and vanished. What's that? You been looking for passage to the Isles of Umbra? Why didn't you say so? I've been thinking of dispatching someone to take a look on behalf of old Mimidoma. Tell him how the land lies. Ain't nobody been interested till you came a calling. Whole port's up in arms about spirits and so forth. If I had the Jill, I'd hire some spell swords and let 'em sort it out. But you'll do it in a pinch, you will. Show this parchment to the skipper, and he'll see you there and back. So you went and had a word with Mimidoa. I hope the valuable time you saw fit to waste amounted to something. You mean that disgusting creature was Skyfriend's superior? I found that hard to believe, but this writ of passage does appear to be genuine, so it must be true. I must say it is a relief to work with such an industrious man as you. I look forward to hearing of the discoveries you will make on the Isles of Umbra without me. Fine, fine. I fail to see the justification for dragging me along on your journey, but if you insist, I will go as well. But 12 is my witness. If you leave me behind to be devoured by some horrid abomination, I shall come back to haunt you. Oh, nobody's scared of you, bro. Take me to the Isle of Umbra, he bids, as if it's simple as, oh, I see you've got a writ of passage. All right, then, climb aboard. Yeah, bruh. This doesn't seem all that bad. I'm not saying I like to build a summer home here, but oh, the hell's with this. Here, take your pot and go on without me. You harvested crystals before, right? So it isn't as though you require my assistance. Speak to the man guarding the gate. I'm sure he'll let you in. Now, if you would please excuse me. Beg your pardon, sir, but how did you come here? Access to this island is currently restricted. Really? An old pot? I'm not sure I follow. Oh, I see. You wish to harvest a corrupted crystal. Sorry, friend, but you may have to return empty-handed. The writ Master Mimido gave you may grant you access to the island, but only authorized personnel may proceed past this point. Why, you ask? Look up and see for yourself. When that giant mass of crystal struck the lighthouse, it caused severe damage to both the structure and the machinery within that once powered the beacon. Aye, contrary to what the small folk would have you believe, the fires of Ferrocyrus were not the product of a mage's thaumaturgy or a colossal arcane, but an elaborate contraption fueled by ethereal energy. Repairs are still ongoing, but it's anyone's guess when they'll be complete. What's worse, all work has ceased since rumors of the Walking Dead drove off our entire crew. Not that those rumors are incorrect. I've observed the fiends from a distance at the ship graveyard to the south. What's drawn them to our shore is still a mystery, though. I'll make you a deal. I'm not going to lie. Help me unravel this mystery, and I'll bring you your corrupted crystal. In fact, I shall begin searching for one that satisfies your requirements. As for where to begin your inquiries into the situation, it so happens that a party of 3 adventurers came ashore not long ago seeking to scavenge valuable trinkets at the ship graveyard. I'd be surprised if they knew nothing of the undead infestation, so it might behoove you to question them. Yes, boss. Spirits, wandering spirits all over this island, got to do something. In the name of the 12, be gone. They're not going, are they? I don't know what I'm going to. Oh, an adventurer. Think the 12. I need some help here. The dead aren't resting so easy about these parts. How are we supposed to repair the lighthouse with all this roguery about it? Is beyond me. It's all there for the taking. 5 bleeding years worth of wreckage and their cargo, but those queer undead things in that voice. Actually, the voice was quite nice. You saw him too, right? Dead people just family about without a care in the world, except when they do seem to care, that is, and start shuffling towards the water. Gods that voiced that single fleeting verse, I can still hear it say, clear of the southern shore, for it took every ounce of my strength to resist. This bottle is empty. Wasn't that a way a moment ago? There's something shush going on. Oh, look, I spy an adventurer. How do you do, sir, adventurer? You know that big old lot of sand behind me? Them's the ship graveyard currents. Bring 'em all those wrecked ships and whatever is in their holds too. Cask wine, rum, mead, brandy wine. That'd be for the captain. I'm kind of a captain. You look real enough. A lot of them aren't. Those that visit me. Wouldn't mind, except some of them are unkind. I need a drink here now. Take this bottle and fill it with something from over there. Well, I'm certainly up a creek without an oar. Easy coin, they said. Waltz right in, grab the washed-up goods, and be on my way. Everyone will think you a ghost. Bah, might have worked except for the real walking dead spirits about. Tis a damn shame, but ain't nothing worth rousing the wrath of them skeletons. All that booty up for grabs, but I got nothing to grab but a ladle. What? A man's gotta eat while he waits for restless spirits to go wandering elsewhere. You look hungry yourself. Fancy some of this here chowder? Made it myself. Had nothing to season it with but salt, though, so it's on the bland side. While I tinned it, why don't you go to the graveyard right quick and bring back spices? I saw some nice looking Far Eastern stuff before I had to scarper her on the account of a phantom. Tain't it fair with the rules changing all the time. I was a good looter, I tells you now. Suddenly the job comes with ghosts. Looky there, that's a full bottle. I had one of those around here before. I think it's from Habit to It things. You're the best apparition I ever seen. You're supposed to be other cargo, 2 chests full of the electrum bars and the like for trading with the East and Marish and Marisham and me. I'll take the wine. Smells like rotten eggs. I'm not drinking that. What a waste all that wine and me. Beer too. Mustn't forget the beer and the brandy wine for the captain. What a weirdo. You got him? Chowder's coming along nice. Like I could always cook a fine chowder. Aha, see that's what I tell you. I knew they were there. I did. I'll just toss them right in, and this will be a meal fit for an admiral. This smells like feet. How long's that spice been left in the graveyard anyway? No, I ain't got no supper neither. I told them it were a bad idea. Easy money, they said. Sure will be for the folk on this island. I'll have to pay 'em for more popatoes and cream. You really got rid of all those bone and saws, didn't you? They're resting better. Now I'm more whinging sons of trolls. It's been one thing or another around these parts. Ships gutting themselves on reefs, reliable hands disappearing. This used to be a nice little spot, you know, and now the lighthouse is busted and we have things like this happening thrice a moon or worse. This talk of an alluring voice is disturbingly familiar, as if... But that's impossible. They're all dead, aren't they? But if they have returned, that would mean, oh, beg your pardon, I was just thinking about something, which reminds me, I received word that Master Mimido would be arriving any moment. Apparently, he grew tired of waiting for the lanky young lad with 1,000 yalms there to return, which I'm assuming is you. I don't know what sort of arrangement you had, but you should probably go and explain yourself. What's been keeping you, initiate? I ain't getting any younger, you know. Hey, some honey-voiced harlot's been calling out to folk what wander near the ship graveyard, and it's stirring up the dead and all. Bloody hells, this takes me back to me days as a canyon boy, sailing under old Mistbeard. But they wouldn't dare, would they? Not after the lesson we learned 'em last time. Bah, they bloody would, though, wouldn't they? Brazen old biddies. Some folks said as the first purge would be the last, but I knew. I knew deep down in me bones that this day would come, and come it has. I'd bet me bum ear sirens behind all this. Nay, not one of the sanguine variety, initiate. I speak of the other kind, them what's got feathers and lure sailors to a water grave with their sweet, sweet song. Oh, but it don't end there. No drowning's just the start. See, even in death, a man stays bound to the beast, forced to do or bidden till his corpse can't do it no more. 'Tis a fate I wouldn't wish on me worst enemy, except maybe in drink, and I'd regret it after. Any road, 'tis up to us to stop this hell's born hussy afore she takes another soul. Of course, we can't send you marching off to war without these. The siren don't have no power over a man as can hear songs. 'Tis lucky for you I carry a spare pair, and lucky for the both of us I'm a superstitious old sod, eh? Well, she ain't coming to us, so we'd best head over to her to the ship graveyard, initiate. If she passes near the shore, she's sure to spy the campfire and come looking. Just a matter of waiting now. I'm beginning to wonder if some sly bugger ain't spun us a yarn here. Quiet, did you hear that? 'Tis her. Look, out of the water she come, initiate, she comes. Holy crap, hello. Quick, lad, shove them plugs in your ears and get ready for a fight. As soon as she realizes you're deaf to her ditty, she'll call on her thralls, and we'll be up to our necks in corpses before you know it. No thanks. Am I alright? Ha, I'm better than that, initiate. Happy as a sailor in a whorehouse, I am. Of course, I'd be happy as a sailor with two what's-its if we'd got the songstress, but you can't have everything, can you? She'll not come currying around here again, though, not for a while, and he wrote it. And if she does, well, we know what to do, don't we? Thanks for the help. Bugger me, I've clean forgotten your name. Remind me. I'm not gonna lie, I don't recall having no initiate by that name, but if you're not me old maid or was name, why have you been so bloody helpful? Ah, never mind, be seeing you, lad. 'Cause I need me a corrupted crystal. You mean it was a siren, but how were you able to resist her song? I see. I had heard that Master Mumidil was involved in the first purge, but I never actually. Hmm. Having survived an ordeal like that, I can't blame him for carrying earplugs around with him. Anyway, I have something for you. The corrupted crystal you wanted safely sealed within the pot just as you requested. Please take it with my compliments. Back to Airport we go. Oh, it's you. Welcome back. I'm not going to lie. You're looking remarkably hale, I must say, and more importantly, alive. You are alive, aren't you? Yes. Aha, the conquering hero returns bearing a gift. Might I have a closer look? Impressive, very impressive indeed. Yes, I think you'll be quite pleased with this specimen. Congratulations, I'm not going to lie. Seldom, if ever, have I encountered a corrupted crystal composed of such volatile overabundance of fire suspected as aether. What, you wanted a corrupted crystal composed of ice suspected aether to counteract the effects of a raging wind? Ah, ha, ha, ha. Well, this specimen won't help you there. Anyone who knows anything about the elements could tell you that. You'll just have to keep looking, I suppose. Oh yeah, that's not freaking annoying. Don't fret now. I know exactly where to find a corrupted crystal comprised of ice suspected aether. An associate of mine in Gridania has been studying the effects of one such crystal on living beings. What's with that expression? I thought you'd be pleased to hear this news. This is not another wild dodo chase, I assure you. And what's even better is that this time you needn't use that warded pot of yours to protect yourself from this crystal's energies. Hedian's findings suggest that it is quite safe. Why, you ask? Well, let's just say that it has undergone a unique process that has rendered such precautions unnecessary. Anyway, do not let me keep you. It's been a pleasure. I'm not gonna lie. Come back and see me sometime, alright? These people suck. Greetings and salutations, Mr. Nunn. I presume Sienna informed me of your adventures in Airport. Terribly sorry about the misunderstanding that was Professor Lambert and is fond of saying no action taken in the name of science is ever truly wasteful. To the matter at hand, corrupted crystals possessing the property you seek should be found in abundance at the standing courses following the calamity. Alas, that is no longer the case, and while there is at least one suitable crystal that remains to be found within the 12 precisely where it is at any given moment is more difficult to say. Permit me to explain. You are familiar with Spriggans, yes? The furry little rascals that are wont to seek out ores and other stones. Well, one such creature with an infamously insatiable appetite has single-handedly devoured every corrupted crystal in the 12's. Fortunately for you, those crystals take an eternity to digest, assuming they can even be digested, and I'm reasonably confident that one still resides within his gut. It's quite fascinating, really. My theory is that this Giggity first consumed a corrupted crystal when you couldn't care less about all this, could you? To the point then, Giggity seldom makes his presence felt unless there is particularly fine fodder to be had. Therefore, we shall require a lure, and I have precisely the sort you will find impossible to resist. Simply place this true heart. I shall save the story of the origin of its unusual name for another occasion, outside of the brigand's lair, and wait for the opportune moment to pounce. As for the method by which you retrieve the crystal from his gut, I shall leave that to your discretion. Will you grab me a soda? Because you love me? Yeah, she loves me. Dang it. Thank you, my love. Hey, Doral. It's good. It's good. It I'm a, I'm working on the part. I gotta get the corrupted crystal so that I can go and assault Garuda's lair. So about level 40-ish, and then I'm almost level 50, so I'll be able to do my level 50 paladin quests and hopefully get the rest of the level 50 artifact set, which is cool. I was thinking about leveling another class. I'm not sure. I need to level up Dragoon up to 50 for sure as well. I've got Lancer. Lancer's at 30. I just have to. I believe so. I believe it's Crystal Data Center. Diabolos. What's your main server? I forgot. I know you. I think you said you have an alt on this. Nice. That's pretty cool. Help people out, I'm sure. But later this month they have the you'll be able to travel between all the data centers, right? Like, or in another patch or two, they have plans to release that, so then you can use your main on all of the data centers. So that'll be cool. 6.18, so almost at the end of this patch cycle, before, like right before 6.2. Oh, pray do not sneak up on me like that. I was engrossed in wait. What is that? What is that God's awful smell? My word, that is a breathtakingly beautiful crystal. I see my supposition was not mistaken. I also see you weren't averse to digging through spring and entrails for your prize. We owe our furry friend a debt of gratitude. You know, this thick coating of digestive juices is protecting us from the harmful effects of the crystal, just as the warded pot you once used did. Why so glum, friend? You finally obtained the corrupted crystal you sought, one overflowing with earth-suspected aether. Calm down, I jest. It is comprised of I-suspected aether. Worry not. I suppose that joke was in poor taste, considering your previous two attempts were for naught. Beg your pardon, I'm not gonna lie, I forgot to return your crystal to you. Oh, and there was a message for you from Professor Lambert, and it's something about a man named Marquez. Apparently the professor misses the intellectual stimulation. Forgive me, I should have written it down. It occurs to me that I have yet to ask why you needed that crystal. You aren't planning anything nefarious, are you? 'Twould reflect poorly on me and my research if it was used for evil ends. Ah, well, perhaps it's best I remain ignorant. I didn't become the professor's greatest pupil by filling my head with unnecessary information. These guys should be slapped in the face. Hard. Oh, shoot. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and end the video there. Um, Feel free to like and subscribe to the channel if you are enjoying the journey so far, or if you're just catching up, see where I'm at later on. You can always catch me live at twitch.tv/I'm not gonna lie, and I will see you on the next one.